Now the next verse in Luke is, and when the woman saw that she was not hidden. Oh yeah, this actually makes sense. Because he should look for her, as it says in Mark, and he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. Then I can go back to Matthew and say, and when he saw her, then come back and say, the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him. Okay, so it's as if Jesus is looking, but she voluntarily goes up there and she makes herself known. Or I could have it sound as if Jesus is looking, then from Matthew, that he found her, and when he saw her, then she bows down before him and explains. Because in Luke it just says, when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling and falling down before him. She declared to him before all the people what cause she had touched him. So it could be in Luke that she saw she was not hidden. Maybe that means she was found. Jesus saw her, knew it was her, and then she came forward and fell down. But Mark seems to say it otherwise. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him. So it's as if she was not found. I could just save this phrase in Matthew, and when he saw her, till right before he has his last response. Daughter, be of good comfort, your faith has made you whole. Or I could have that before, because she goes through and explains everything. It says in Luke, she declared to him before all the people for what cause she had touched him and how she was healed immediately. So she explained it. It wouldn't make sense to say she explained it, then say when Jesus saw her, he responded, because he obviously saw her before she went through her whole explanation. That phrase needs to come first. I think it should be when he saw her, and when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she was found. I think that's how it should be. She was found. I don't know. Mark just really seems to say, no, she came forward, but the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came. Because it says knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him. That seems to say she didn't want to hide. But either way, I have to put this verse from Mark first. That Jesus looked for her, because that's not going to happen after she comes forward. And he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, I have to find a place to put this phrase from Matthew, when he saw her. If I'm not going to have it like she was found, it would have to go, but the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him. And told him all the truth. Before that, it has to be from Matthew, and when he saw her, she declared to him before all the people. So when the woman saw that she was not hidden. See, I don't know how to reconcile this phrase from Luke, when the woman saw that she was not hidden, as if it was not of her doing. She's not going to come forward and then be like, oh, I'm not hidden anymore. No, she did that on purpose. But Mark, the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell before him. I don't know how to put those two together. You know what? I think if I just get rid of the first word from the sentence, but the woman fearing and trembling, if I just use and, that would make it seem to flow more, to make more sense that she was found. She was found, and the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him the truth. It's just that word, but the woman fearing, that makes me think. It makes it seem like she voluntarily made herself known. Yeah, I guess when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came. That seems to be more of a reason to believe she was found than just, but the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came, is a reason to believe she voluntarily came forward. So I'll go with she was found. So now he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. Then I'd have to put the phrase, and when he saw her, and the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling. Okay, so I'd have to go next with Matthew. And when he saw her. Now before I go to he said, I have to combine the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him. Mix that with, and when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling. I think I'd have to go with, and when the woman saw that she was not hidden, then the woman fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down. Yeah, she was not hidden. She was in fear and trembling, knew what was done in her, then came and fell down. This is now Luke. And when the woman saw that she was not hidden. So before she came trembling and fell down before him, I'm going to put the rest of this from Mark. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down. She came. So fear and trembling is mentioned earlier in this verse in Mark. The woman fearing and trembling, then knowing what was done in her, then came and fell down. So explaining she's fearing, she knows what happened, then she arrived. But in Luke, she came trembling and explained. So I'll put fear and trembling first. And I'll save she came to Jesus for last. So I have to put she came at the end after trembling and fell down. Well, came can go before fell down. I'm going to have it as Mark has it. Maybe I can put fearing and trembling before saw that she was not hidden. Because here in Mark, the woman, I can combine with the woman from that verse in Luke. And when the woman, fearing and trembling, back to Luke, saw that she was not hidden, knowing what was done in her. Oh, I can put the but just before knowing what was done. That way I could say, and when the woman, fearing and trembling, saw that she was not hidden, but knowing what was done in her, then came in. So she was scared, but she was so amazed, she was so sure of being healed that she, even through fear, went anyway. I can still use that word but in this sentence. So the woman can be Mark and Luke. Fearing and trembling is in Mark. Luke has just trembling. So fearing and is Mark only. Back to both. Trembling. Knowing what was done in her. But knowing what was done in her. Yeah. Saw that she was not hidden. Now back to Mark, but from the beginning of the verse, now skip to the second part of the verse. Knowing what was done in her. So now it reads, and he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. And when he saw her, and when the woman fearing and trembling saw that she was not hidden, but knowing what was done in her,